Hello and welcome back to Alright Guns. Today we're taking a look at something very different, and that's the Webley MK6 Mark6 air pistol. Yes, today we're taking a look at the Webley MK6 Mark6 air pistol. Not something we'd normally look at on the channel, but it came into the shop the other day and I thought it was just about cool enough to do a review on. So, modelled after the original Webley Mark6, this gun came out in 1915 and it was originally chambered in 4.55 Webley. It was used in both the First and Second World Wars and all the way up to 1963 when it was eventually replaced by the Browning High Power. So in terms of options, you can get this gun chambered in 177 pellet, 22 BB or 6mm BB as well. You've also got options for 6, 4 and this one, the 2.5 inch. In terms of finishes, there's a few. This is the worn finish, which I think is the same as the battlefield finish available in the longer barrels. You can also get it in black, which sounds like it looked like it was factory fresh. There's also an exhibition grade, which looks like it's chrome plated. In terms of packaging, it comes in this very nice cardboard box with what looks like some Peaky Blinder type character on there. Not sure what the reference is there, but very nice. So if you've got one of these, please let me know what you think of it in the comments. Before we do any more, just a quick thank you to Shooting Sports UK for their support of the channel and lending us this gun to review today. Please go and give them a look and see what they can do for you. So, starting with the grips. These are plastic moulded grips and they are okay. They don't feel excessively cheap. The grip on them is quite good, nice and firm, no problems there. It would have been nice to see them in wood, but you know, you have to balance things out with the price point, so yeah, not too bad. So the grips also incorporate the CO2 cylinder, which is removed by just pushing your finger under there and flipping off the panel. The lanyard loop also doubles as the screw for the cylinder, so all you do is unscrew that there until it drops out. You then take your fresh CO2 capsule, pop it in, and then tighten up the lanyard loop again until it meets, that pierces, and then your CO2 is loaded. To replace it, all you have to do is lever the grip back in and click it down. So the gun is a steel frame and it really does pack some weight. It feels good. You know, it feels like the real thing. Like I said, this is the aged finished or used or battlefield perhaps. And for me, this is the finish to go for. I think it looks more historic, more relevant. It looks like it's been used. And it definitely looks the part rather than having it look factory fresh. The safety catch on this gun is located here, just under the cylinder, and it's forward for fire and backwards for safe, and it's got a red indicator on there as well. This isn't something you really want to. I mean, I can't operate that with my index finger there. You really have to apply some pressure to it to get it to work, but I'm hoping that will sort of loosen off as it's had some use. The trigger is single or double action. The hammer is quite nice, got some knurling on there for some grip, real easy to cock, and then in the single stage configuration, really nice and light trigger. In double action, it's not as pleasant and definitely not going to be as accurate, but it's exactly what you'd expect. So in terms of opening, the opening catches on this side and you just push that down and that allows the barrels to tilt. As they do, it raises the cartridges out there, just like the real thing. To load this gun, what you need to do is put a pellet in to the back of each one of these. These are all removable cartridges, or faux cartridges, which are just, you know, got a hole all the way through. So you don't need to take these out to load it. You could just push all the pellets in there and then simply close it up and you're ready to go. Now the barrel is rifled, not that it's ever so long, but enough to perhaps give a little bit of a spin to the pellet. The sights are non-adjustable and are quite simple, a notch at the back and a post at the front. Now, talking about power, I'm not going to do a recoil test on this and I'm not going to do a power test either. This is a replica that happens to fire. And I wouldn't put too much emphasis on its accuracy, even though I'm sure it's great, just because this is never going to be a competitive gun. This is something to have fun with, and that's what it should be. But for those who must know, the power in the catalogue stated is 2.1 foot-pounds, which doesn't seem a great deal, but for what this is intended to be useful, you know, plinking in the garden or perhaps down the range at short ranges, it's absolutely adequate. So, value. I think this is excellent value for what it is. This is a really well done, true to the original replica. I think it's fantastic. So if you want to own a piece of history that you can use for plinking as well, I definitely recommend this to you. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.